Welcome back to the deep dive. You know the drill. You bring the curiosity, we bring the scuba gear, and together we plunge into a sea of information to fish out the pearls of wisdom. And today, we're diving deep into the shimmering world of gold IRAs, specifically Augusta precious metals. They've been making waves in the financial world, and you want to know if they're the real deal or just another shiny object. Our compass for this deep dive is a recent review from Gold IRA Blueprint, a website dedicated to, well, all things Gold IRA. Think of them as the seasoned explorers of this particular financial reef. Now, we know you're a learner, which means you're all about maximizing knowledge and minimizing time wasted. You don't need a lecture on IRAs. You want to know if a gold IRA is right for you and what makes Augusta different from the other ships sailing this sea. And to help us navigate these potentially choppy waters, we've got our resident financial expert on board.
Always a pleasure to be back on the deep dive. Gold IRAs can sometimes feel like a treasure map written in invisible ink, but we're here to decode it together.
Exactly. So this Gold IRA Blueprint review really gave Augusta the thumbs up, highlighting their solid reputation and years of experience. Apparently, they've been weathering financial storms for quite a while, which, let's face it, is reassuring when you're talking about your hard-earned savings. What's your take on the importance of experience in this field?
It's like choosing a captain for your ship. You want someone who's navigated these waters before. Augusta's longevity speaks to a level of stability and expertise, which is crucial in a field often associated with volatility.
Right, you don't want a rookie at the helm during a market squall. But experience aside, the review also emphasized Augusta's focus on transparency, especially when it comes to fees. They're apparently very upfront about what you'll be paying, which, let's be honest, isn't always the case in the world of finance. Why is this such a big deal, particularly with gold IRAs?
Transparency is paramount, especially when you're dealing with something as crucial as your retirement savings. Unfortunately, the precious metals market has had its fair share of shadowy practices. Opaque fees can erode trust and lead to unpleasant surprises down the line, which is why Augusta's commitment to clear upfront pricing is so refreshing. They're essentially handing you a magnifying glass alongside your investment, empowering you to make informed decisions.
Speaking of making informed decisions, another thing that stood out in the review was Augusta's commitment to providing a variety of precious metals, not just gold.
Not all gold IRA companies offer this kind of diversification, so it's a good sign to see.
They offer silver, platinum, palladium. It's like a precious metals buffet. So it's not just about hopping onto the Gold Express. You can diversify your precious metals portfolio. Is this common in the gold IRA space, and what's the benefit for our listener?
Think of it this way, even the most seasoned explorer wouldn't rely on a single treasure map. Diversifying your precious metals holdings is like having multiple maps, each with the potential to lead you to a different treasure trove.
So spreading the risk, hedging your bets, I like it. But why is diversification so important, especially when gold is often touted as a safe haven?
While gold can act as a buffer against inflation, its price, like any commodity, can fluctuate.
For example, imagine a scenario where a new massive gold reserve is discovered. This could potentially lead to a dip in gold prices.
In such a situation, having other precious metals, like silver, in your portfolio could help cushion the impact.
It's like having a backup treasure chest, just in case one gets lost at sea. Makes sense. But let's steer back to Augusta's unique offerings. The review highlighted their Gold IRA buyback program, and this piqued my curiosity.
It sounds almost too good to be true. They'll buy back your gold at any time. What's the catch?
The catch, if you will, is that there's no guaranteed profit. Augusta is essentially offering liquidity, the ability to easily convert your gold back into cash if needed.
Think of it like having a special key that lets you unlock your treasure chest whenever you want, not just at the end of the journey. They determine the buyback price based on the market value at the time, which means it could be higher or lower than your initial investment.
So it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but rather a way to provide flexibility and peace of mind.
If you suddenly need to access your investment, you're not stuck trying to sell your gold bars on the open market.
Exactly. It simplifies the process and reduces the stress associated with liquidating your assets, especially for those who might be new to the world of precious metals. And speaking of reducing stress, the review also highlighted Augusta's commitment to customer education. They offer guides, videos, even seminars. It's like Gold IRA 101.
Yeah.
Is this level of hand-holding common in the industry? What kind of information are they focusing on?
This level of dedication to customer education is commendable and not something you'll find everywhere. It shows that Augusta is invested in empowering its customers, not just selling them a product. Their educational resources likely cover a range of topics, from understanding the basics of gold IRAs and choosing the right precious metals mix to navigating the often complex tax implications. They even bring in tax specialists for their seminars.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Tax implications are often the hidden reefs in the financial ocean, and having expert guidance on that is invaluable. So it seems like Augusta's all about transparency, not just in terms of fees, but also in terms of knowledge.
They want their customers to feel confident and informed at every step.
Absolutely. And this approach aligns perfectly with what we've been discussing, empowering investors to make the best decisions for their individual needs and financial goals. Speaking of individual needs, the review touched upon the different storage options Augusta offers, which I found interesting. Is this standard practice, or does Augusta go above and beyond in this area as well? It's like they've thought of everything.
Yeah.
But before we get too caught up in all the bells and whistles, we need to address the elephant in the room: customer feedback. The Gold IRA Blueprint Review highlighted tons of positive reviews and testimonials for Augusta, and we've already discussed their stellar BBB rating. But should glowing online reviews be the deciding factor when it comes to something as important as your retirement nest egg?
It's wise to approach online reviews with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Yeah, makes sense.
While positive feedback is encouraging, it's important to remember that it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
Think of it like finding a chest overflowing with gold coins. You wouldn't just assume they're all real without inspecting them first.
Right. So don't just take their word for it, even if it's a chorus of happy customers. Dig a little deeper.
Precisely. Look for independent sources of information, maybe some articles from reputable financial publications, and don't hesitate to examine the company's background, their regulatory filings, those sorts of things. It's about connecting the dots, not just following the glitter.
Due diligence, the not-so-secret password to responsible investing. Well said. I feel like we've charted a pretty comprehensive course through the world of Augusta precious metals and gold IRAs today. To recap our journey, we've uncovered their solid reputation, their dedication to transparent fees, those unique features like the buyback program, and their commendable emphasis on customer education. It seems like they're on a mission to demystify gold IRAs and empower their customers, which is refreshing.
And as we cast our anchor on this deep dive, I think the most crucial takeaway for our listeners is this. Investing in precious metals, particularly through a gold IRA, is a significant step, not one to be taken lightly.
It's not about chasing fool's gold. It's about making informed, strategic decisions for your financial future.
Exactly. Resist the allure of marketing hype and shiny promises. Do your research, weigh your personal circumstances and risk tolerance, and if needed, consult a qualified financial advisor to ensure it aligns with your overarching retirement goals.
Sound advice to navigate those financial waters. A huge thank you to our expert for lending us your compass and map on this enlightening deep dive. And to you, our intrepid listener, thank you for joining us on this voyage of discovery. Remember, knowledge is the most valuable treasure, so keep exploring, keep learning, and until next time, happy investing.